most admirable chasers you could possibly wish to see.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy Christmas and welcome to the Racehour Christmas Special. Joined as ever by Diarmuid, Nolan and Tony Keenan. Tony, you're sporting an old Monaghan Santee hat. You wear blue and white up there.
Yeah, I thought you were going to insult me and say I was wearing a Scottstown hat after them winning the Ulster Club on Saturday, but geez, I think I'd be excommunicated for that. Fair play to them and all that it is. No, it's actually a Fairy House racecourse Santa hat, so there you go. I said I'd try and get into the spirit.
Very good. I actually bought it during COVID when Waterford got to the All-Ireland Hurling final. It was a Christmas one that year, and I bought, I don't know, did I buy 500 of those or something from China? And I sold them at £10 a pop for the Waterford hurlers, and we got $5,000 or $4,000 out. Believe that, those lads. Diarmuid, Nolan, sorry, I forgot to say, we're sponsored by Bet365 and Gambling.com. We'll hear from Pat Cooney later. Bit of a change today, Diarmuid, in a nod to our old friends at the Final Furlong podcast. We're going to be doing a little Christmas quiz.
We are. Yeah, no, you've been kind of on about this from the start. So we said we'd finally let you make some sort of an executive decision. So yeah. It's a few years now since you staged that coup and kicked Dean Ryan out, so you have to be able to make some calls.
I'm playing the long game. It's going to be my brand in about 2054. I'll take over the race hour. Okay, so we're going to have a quick race and review, and we're going to talk to Pat Cooney, and then we're going to have the Christmas quiz. So you can just fast forward to that. That's what everyone wants. Diarmuid timestamp it there where it is. Diarmuid, how was your punted this week? We'll be quick with the review.
Stop my Saturday I was leaving the house. Now I was going down to meet friends of mine in Clarny, the same lads I meet you with in Dungarvan. We'd an all weekend in Clarny, and I got delayed leaving the house, and my plan was that I was going to stop, get petrol and run across and find an old shop and have a bet in it. And because I put Glengooly up in the second week of the podcast as a notebook horse for when he goes up and trip. I stopped, got the petrol in Tipperary, and just was delighted driving away. I was listening to Malachy Clerkin on News Talk talking about the sports book of the year, and I'm a big fan of Malachy, so I just completely and just forgot his Monaghan dulcet tones like Tony was just rinsing through my head.
Monaghan man putting you through it.
And next thing, John, the presenter, goes, and just to say Glengooly's after winning a 33-1, I just punched the steering wheel. I couldn't. Tony spoke last year about not ruling out silly things, and I did the silliest of them all. I was just, I don't get away that much now, so the old driving, I was delighted with myself in the car, listening away to the radio, happy out, thinking there's something I was meant to do there. I'll never forget it. 33-1, and I didn't have a bob. Spoke to Dave McGurran, a good friend of mine, and Dave backed him because I told him not to leave the horse, and then he texted me and said, "Thanks very much for that great shout." And I didn't even reply to him. I didn't even get back to him.
That is a sickener. This is going to reflect on you in a couple of ways. Would it have paid for the wife's Christmas present?
Yes.
Yeah, comfortably. Oh, yeah. And come here, your old friend Diva Luna was out last Thursday. We'll rattle through your stuff first, and then we'll come to Tony on the Irish stuff. We're going to be quick on the review, like we said. Chronologically, your old friend Diva Luna was out Thursday at Warwick. What did you make of her?
Yeah, good. Didn't have to do much else. Ben Jones said she was so extravagant first time out, he kind of wanted her a bit closer to fences and to be fiddling them a little bit more. So I thought that she would have learned plenty, albeit poor race. She goes for the Silly Isles, though, Cass, which is a bit of a concern for my bet, because if she wins that, Ben Pauling's a punchy trainer. You could see him trying to take on Final Demand or something in a 3-miler at Cheltenham Novice Chase. You could see it, like he does do it. But she's very, very good. So looking forward to her. But the big horse of the weekend I thought was just so impressive was Old Park Star. My God, Cass, he seemed to give Nicky Henderson a fright. He gave them all a fright with just how much he does. And that was a serious race. That horse, Lisbane Park, we're a big fan of him. And those horses in behind, they're all the right horses. And he hammered them.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say not anymore. I mean, Lisbon Park is gone for me. He should have ran on and finished second. He was travelling away, and then he faded into fourth. I'm putting the line to him straight away. No thanks. But yeah, Old Park Star was mighty impressive. We kind of have two different takes though on Henderson's comments. I saw the race, watched it while I was working, and then read after the quotes. And I thought he wasn't too bullish on him, that maybe kind of surprised him a bit. But you took it as a positive. You probably saw what he actually said.
I thought the tone, and then what I liked as well is that this horse is owned by the Halls, as is Active Innocence, which is their other very smart novice hurdler. And what I liked was that this horse checked him so much that he was saying, well, I think Active Innocence now could end up going up, and as in he was very clearly in his head now moving Active Innocence. Not that he was saying one horse was better than the other, but he was keeping them apart then. And I just think the fact that this horse just seemed to give him that kind of a pleasant fright, that he was all of a sudden juggling his plans around and everything else. And I just think that's always a positive with Nicky when he starts thinking.
Dermo, I'm not going to remember. Do me a score related double there, will you? On the two for the two novice races. I'd love that. That'd be lovely. I thought it was a proper anti-post price as well, like 16, 20 to 1 after the race.
Really fair. Yeah,
he was
really fair.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It was the quickest speed of the day, and this was a monstrous performance. I know Tony was at a wedding. He mightn't have seen it properly, but Tony, do watch this now, because there's an awful lot of Irish novices now over Christmas where they'll be talked up massively. But this lad was as impressive a trial horse at Cheltenham as I've ever seen. It was unbelievably impressive. Finally then, Cass, what was your take on Bambino Fever today? I thought the winner was good. A really tough mare, but Bambino Fever, Jack Kennedy outrode Paul Townend, I thought anyway, but yeah, I don't know. Definitely not a quick horse anyway, is she?
Oh, well, I didn't see it live and watched it back this evening, and I was expecting to be a bit disappointed, but to be honest, I thought the winner was very impressive. I thought Bambino Fever did everything right and did look burly. I remember reading a piece that her owner had there a couple of weeks ago saying she was really fat and they can't stop her eating and all this, and she does look very big. I'd say they were delighted with her. Like, she ran on, she battled, she probably wasn't...
Jack Kennedy closed the door.
Willie's horses aren't flying now. Willie's horses are not really motoring. So the fact they're going to get a spin in the maiden hurdle now if they want before they go to a graded race, I'd say they're pretty happy. I was fierce impressed with the winner. Tony, tell us about the wedding before, how impressed you were with the winner. Where was that on?
Yeah, I was up in Dublin now. A friend of mine was getting married. I have a bit of a Glenn Gooley story as well, though it's not as grim as Diarmuid's. I was keeping quiet there, punting this weekend, just a few bets there, tricking away because I hadn't really time to study. But so the wedding was at 2 o'clock, and in Dublin 2 o'clock means 2 o'clock, lads. Was one of my takeaways from it anyway. And so the bride is just coming in the door. And I think that race was 150 in Cheltenham, but 157, and a merciful roar goes up from the crowd. I'd say the bride thought, Julie thought, Jesus, this is an hour. I wasn't expecting a standing ovation of the wedding coming in that way, but sure, all the boys in the stag were after back, and then Gooley, they were after getting the tip going round in the group there, so they were going stone mad with then Gooley. Jesus, the wedding was off the bridle now at that time already, so the serious days crack, I think, after that, it really tripped them on. It's just great to see lads having a bit of crack with the racing too. Like, it's not all serious.
Yeah.
Like, there wouldn't be lads to be serious punters to just be having a bet. And they were all kind of in it together. And they were all laughing at me afterwards anyway. How did you, any joy today? I said, yeah, back the winner there, winner to a Fairy House, 7-4, or Ben Hur, or whatever it was. Oh yeah, we were all on then Gooley at 33. So the lad that just put the form book in the bin job there, But yeah, I can see what you're saying, Diarmuid. Very frustrating, all right, at that price, no doubt.
They'd have to drag you to Dublin to be on time for a wedding, because I've been to plenty of Monaghan weddings now. They invite about 600 people to something. But you've lower turnout at Monaghan weddings than you have in Irish presidential elections. Like that, normally half of them don't even show up. So I'm impressed you were there on time, Tony. Well done.
Yeah.
And come here, the Irish race and the bumper horse. Oh my word! Do you know anything about the trainer? I can't even think of his name. Don't know anything about him. Thought he was hugely
Cleary, isn't it?
Tom Cleary,
wasn't it?
they landed the gamble. It's obviously historic kind of trainer, family go back Rory Cleary and all that type of stuff. And
okay,
they should have landed the gamble there at Fairy House. January last year? The Great Attitude horse. Do you remember that? The 100.
Yes, I do remember that. Didn't realise it was them. Yeah,
and. Actually, this horse, I thought he won well his bumper at the Navan Racing Festival. Probably didn't look much of a race. I think there was less than 6 lengths covering the first 5. Probably a little bit better than the form, but God, he looked a different horse here again. Yes, the Derek O'Connor can be a bit deceptive there. Look like he's holding on to loads and often isn't holding on to as much as it seems. But there was loads in the tank with this. That only win 11 lengths, and sure, nearly all that 11 lengths came in the last 4 long. Testing ground, no kind of problem. The best bumper horse out, I'd say, in Ireland this winter, maybe bar the horse to beat Bambino Fever. But I think Mullins, I was just looking there, Mullins hasn't had a bumper winner since the 14th of October, so not an awful lot of runners, of course, too. So best bumper performance with an asterisk that Mullins hasn't run any yet, really. So impressive. Yeah.
Christmas is coming, and we see a couple of Willie bumper horses. Although one day I got a tip for a Willie bumper horse at Christmas. I was told this thing is like by a mile their best bumper horse. Opened up 7-4 overnight, went off kind of even money, and sure was beaten. That wasn't a champagne fever, it was the horse. Like a bad beat. Me and my dad were going up racing and we were going back in this thing and we backed him the morning of at 7-4. Another bad beat. And a 250 to 1 winner at Naas today, Tony. It's bobsleigh time. Did you see the quotes? Trained at Dungarvan, of course. All racing roads lead back to Dungarvan, the capital of the universe. But did you see the quotes from Richard Morrissey, the trainer?
No,
Did you see that?
I did see one line. At least he had the decency to say I didn't fancy it. That was at least that.
Oh, yeah.
At least that. And somebody's like, "Oh, give it a bit of a like." No, I didn't fancy it. I saw that in the headlines. And no, I didn't see anything else though.
He said I'm gobsmacked. I was at home eating the dinner. The race was probably at 11:30 or something, but they did real Irish culture stuff, eating the dinner in the middle of the day. I better be careful what I say now because I know this fella. He's a great fella. His kids are in the same school as me. But like they didn't fancy it at all. And not only did he say that, he said that the 4 lads that own the horse are absolutely disgusted with him. For not saying that, and the fact they didn't get any bit of a touch. One of them had a 5 on. So I was thinking, like, if that was some English trainer at Hexham, they'd be saying, "Oh, I couldn't believe the price," and we all thought he was working really well at home. They were absolutely sick after the horse one. Is basically what I took out of it anyway. So fair play to them. It's great to see. Because I actually saw on they were saying that it's his first winner and all that. He's a point-to-point trainer and he would have trained Cool Cody, so he's actually a good operator. Richie Morrissey, he's kind of the selling yard from point to points. That's the norm. Right, so we're going to hear from. We're going to have a quick chat, lads, before we hear from Pat Cooney and go into the quiz. A little quick Christmas preview. Dermo, have you anything to flag up for the Christmas racing?
Yeah, I have a few. I thought the yellow clay at 10 to 1 in the Christmas hurdle is a bit too big a price. Now, if he does turn up there, I really do. I was negative on him. Tony said on the show to go back and watch that again before we recorded because he wasn't as negative. And I just thought 10 to 1 about him now is a fairly decent price. And then the other two, I like 2 in the Paddy Power chase, just waiting to see. I always like when I fancy 2 if one isn't declared then because you only have the 1 bet then. But I like Ballysax, which is Gavin Cromwell and Paul Byrne. This horse ran a screamer in the American Grand National, and Cromwell's horses weren't going superbly back then. So I think 14 to 1 about him is fair. And we've all been caught as well at 16 to 1, 14 to 1 or so. Ferric McNamara, this horse has been improving for him, bumped into French Dynamite of the same trainer last time, and he's just improving his horses with kind of each of their runs. Eric McNamara is doing a superb job there. And then the last one is, if declared, the bit of money coming for Fast or Slow there in the Savills chase. And like, I know there's a bit of a break there, but Brazil has had winners lately. I just think I'm not sure about fact to file over that trip. There's enough question marks over the horses in front of him, and I think Fast or Slow now at 6 to 1, 7 to 1. If that on the day, I wouldn't be backing him now because he could go for King George. But just how much he's shorting now for Savills, I wouldn't be surprised if he were to end up going there as well. But the yellow clay is shaping up to be one that I quite fancy now over Christmas.
Okay, very good, and we look forward to seeing on social media your Welsh national fancy, Dermo. That's always a big one for you over Christmas. Tony, what about you? Anything at Leopardstown or anything catch your eye anywhere?
Just on Fast or Slow, I think he's kind of said today that he is aiming at the Stafford, so that's a bit confirmed, I think.
Okay, missed that.
Yeah,
okay,
look,
okay.
I have 2 bets for Christmas. One small one and one normal one. Yellow Clay was the normal one anyway. I backed him last week for the 3-mile race. A lot of what Diarmuid said there. Two kind of angles. I don't think he likes really bad ground. And Leopardstown, a bit like Campton, tends to throw up the best ground of the winter. Now, a huge amount of the racing in the last 2 months has been on soft or heavy. Maybe Leopardstown will produce that. But I actually think Leopardstown, it nearly needs to rain during the meeting for it to stay really testing. Like, it just dries out that quick. Yeah. It's just that type of track. So I think he'd be better. Just even normal Leopardstown soft, I think would be fine for him. It's just that it doesn't get heavy. And then it's the angle that a lot of the Elliott horses from that meeting have been improving. A huge amount of them are taking big steps forward for the run this season. Maybe a little bit different the previous. I thought he was a good each way betting it. As Diarmuid said, he's kind of been pushed out the 8 and 10 to 1 there today. And the other one, more speculative and maybe just playing for the place a little bit. The 2-mile novice chase in the first day of Leopardstown. Just how Westford Cove didn't deserve to be, 25 to 1. He lot better chance than the other ones that were in that kind of section of the market. I presume the chance of him turning up has been greatly increased by Kopek, the board, been ruled out. Mullen's other horse in it there, Salvador Mundi. Wouldn't be like him now to run one straight out of beginners haven't been beaten into this, like, especially when there is a 2 mile beginners at the meeting anyway. I thought Westford Cove showed something different the last year. Showed he handled soft ground, fought back again at the finish. He had a penalty then. And again, a bit of nicer ground would probably suit him as well. I think he'd have a decent chance of getting into the frame there. When, like, what are you looking at? Romeo, Coolio, July, Flower, and probably not an awful lot else in the race. And there are, I think everyone is still going. The bookmakers are, there's, the 3 places there.
Okay, very good, Tony. Thanks for that. Right, the quiz is coming up, but first we're going to hear from Pat Cooney from Bet365.
Joined now by Pat Cooney from our sponsors Bet365. And Pat, you were at Donny at the weekend and not Cheltenham. You were sponsoring all the races up there. Christmas jumper day. Did you sport the Christmas jumper? I hope you joined in the festivities, Pat.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and it was great fun, really, because we had 7 races we sponsored. We had 7 different trainers and 7 different winning jockeys, so it was a real fun day. There was a cracking atmosphere. I spoke to a few fellas who went to Cheltenham, and they were saying, "Oh, it wasn't quite your typical Cheltenham Saturday kind of atmosphere." But I suppose you get used to seeing all these high quality Cheltenham-bound horses, which didn't really happen down there. But it was a great atmosphere at Doncaster, and they thoroughly enjoyed the racing, so it was great fun.
Great fun. And did you back any winners yourself, Pat?
I backed the last winner of Ben Pauling and Ben Jones had it. It hadn't run for a year, but I watched it in the parade ring. He looked like fit and raring to go, so he won. He never looked like getting beat, really. It was only 6-4, which isn't my style normally, but he looked $1 million. And I did go to the races thinking if he's fit, he'll probably win. But he never looked like getting beat.
And you told me before we came on that you had a chat with Ben Jones after racing, and he was giving some encouraging words for the jukebox man for the King George.
Yeah, he said the whole string are in really good form. All the ones that have been targeted for the big Christmas period are bang on course for it. And as for the jukebox man, he says, yeah, all systems go. He's come out of the Haydock win in great style. To me, I think he's a bit of an unknown quantity, really. We're not sure what he's achieved in relation to Gaelic Warrior and so forth. But speaking of Ben Jones, he was very high on the horse's chances, and he said that he jumps, he travels, and he stays extremely well. And I did say to him, "How do you think the King George will go?" Let's pending that they all turn up and run. And he said, "Well, there look like being 3 or 4 front runners: Jello, Ile Francais, Gaelic Warrior will be going forward." But he said, if the pace isn't quick enough, I'm happy to go forward in the race. So I was surprised that, for a level-headed fella, he was pretty much basing his plans on, I'm going to be bang there, from start to finish in this race. So I've had to mark him up a bit in my estimations of him. And he's always a player. He's currently 3rd favourite. He's a horse that very much take seriously because, you look at what he did over hurdles, it reads ever so well. And you worry, will his inexperience catch him out? But there was no hint of inexperience being a factor. So I'm going to warm to him for the King George now, having spoken to him. And sometimes you talk to jockeys and trainers, and they're either very bullish or they're very negative. But this was just a well thought out, how he was going to ride the race, how it was going to go, the well-being of the horse, the yard are going well. He's got a lot going for him. So he looks like being my Boxing Day selection.
Yeah, well, myself and Tony and Dermo talk about pace nearly more than anything on the podcast. So that race is just, it's the perfect race to think about what are they going to do, because I know you said Gaelic Warrior is going to go forward, but at Aintree they rode him stone cold when they were going really quick, and he of course won the bowl at Aintree. So he could go back, and then is Ile Francais going to try something different? Jello, will they try and sit behind? So there's a chance the jukebox man could get to the front, or he could sit straight behind Ile Francais. And the likes of Django Bay, then they really have to be jumping well and behind, or they never get into it. And if that's the case, you'd be thinking about that for Django Bay if you're a favourite backer. How far back is he going to be?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, having spoken to Ben that on Saturday afternoon, I did walk away thinking, does that mean Django Bay's going to just, get the run of the race, just sitting in behind and watch the race just fall apart up the home straight? But he's not gone beyond 3 miles himself. I think 2 miles 4 is the furthest he's gone. And yeah, he looks like he will. And no doubt about it, he does look as though stamina isn't going to be a problem for him. He's going to have to thoroughly get the trip this time around, because none of them 4 are going to be hanging around with a mile to go.
Yeah, well, as chappers would say, I'm getting jiggy for this race already. I really, really am looking forward to King George. But back to the weekend, we saw, and looking ahead more to future targets and Cheltenham markets, the most impressive winner of the weekend came at Cheltenham on Friday, didn't it, Pat? Nicky Henderson's Old Park Star. What did your odds compilers and what did Pat Cooney make of it?
Well, I thought he won well. I certainly wasn't expecting a 12-length win, and I think listening to Nicky Henderson after the race, neither was he. So it depends what race he's going to go for. Really, we're a shorter price for the Turners over the longer trip. We're currently 14, and he's 16-1 for the Supreme. So that's just a word of caution. If you think he's tailor made for one or the other, it looks as though he's going to have those options open, for a few more months yet. But he was visually taken, and I quite like those horses that seem to be a bit of a surprise to a trainer because they obviously don't show that much at home, and they're the ones that tend to last longer. But immediately after the race, I was thinking, oh, okay, well that would have to go on your short list, but depends which way they want to go with him.
Yeah, he was mightily impressive. And speaking of impressive, oh my word, in the bumper yesterday at Navan, the really, really was take your eye out, wasn't he? The way he travelled, the way he ran away from them. I presume he has made ructions in the burgeoning bumper market.
Yeah, I mean, it's been taking a while for this bumper market to take shape. Normally, something's come out and dazzled. There's no doubt that will happen at Leopardstown, perhaps. But oh my word, he only won a 4-runner race at Navan on Saturday, and he's another horse. When he won first time out, he was 33-1, so presumably he doesn't show much. Derek O'Connor rode him yesterday, and he absolutely trotted up. Now, the time wasn't fantastic, but then why would it be a 4-runner heavy ground bumper? But it was just the manner of the win. And we were 25 immediately after the race, and then we cut him to 16-1 this Monday morning. So Derek O'Connor aboard, putting 2 and 2 together, you do wonder, is there a for sale sign over the horse? And I'm sure there'll be lots of interested parties keen to buy him. But he's a 16-1 favourite for the bumper. I'm sure we'll have a few more bumper favourites between now and March. But he's certainly thrown his hat into the ring, and who knows with these horses. You say, oh, it was heavy ground, but what if he's better on better ground? And he certainly sprinted up the hill okay, so he's definitely a horse to take seriously.
Yeah. Well, sure, the bumper has been ran on heavyish ground a couple of times, I think, in the last few years. He definitely has a knee action, Pat. That's the only thing I'd say with the ground with him. But
Yeah.
my word, he was impressive. Great to see a couple of smaller trainers with bumper horses as well. Charismatic Kid. Now I know he's sold to Gordon Elliott since, but good to see smaller yards having these horses coming through. That horse reminded me of Dunguib, I thought. Yes, he kind of has that way of moving, like real strong traveling monster of a horse. And the other one that will have made ructions in the market, and not in a positive sense, although I haven't seen it, Bambino Fever ran 20 minutes ago, Pat. I haven't had a chance to watch it. What did you make of it, and what kind of impact has it had on the Supreme and the Mayor's Novices Hurdle and these type of races?
Yeah, she was beaten today. She had every chance. She came up against the red hot Jack Kennedy on the winner. There was 2 miles. She didn't look quick, put it that way. But I said we've eased her a fraction for all the races we've got her priced up in, and she's entered it. Well, she's priced up in about 6 at the moment. The most realistic target, I suppose, would remain the Mayor's Novices Hurdle. She's still 5-1. It's the first ever defeat. She was well clear of the rest of them. You'd be glad you weren't on, put it that way. You'd rather be looking at other alternatives. But the one who won that race, Old School Outlaw, that's 6-1 straight in, second favourite, 2 Bambino 5 for the Mayor's Novices Hurdle. Looking at first glance, I think Old School won entirely on merit. But you look at the stable's well-being at the moment. Gordon Elliott's absolutely flying. Willie Mullins not quite there yet, and it definitely yet in capital letters. So there's hope for it yet, but. If it was me and I was on at, say, 10-1, I'd be glad I wasn't on at the moment, put it that way.
Yeah. And now, Pat, we're on the run of Christmas. This is our last time we'll be chatting before Christmas Day. And we talked about the King George a couple of times. We talked about it earlier. So I suppose one of the other big UK Christmas highlights is the Welsh National. How is that shaping up? And do you have any fancy in it, anti-post?
Yeah, well, the Welsh National is normally one of the big betting races of the calendar. And I tell you what, from a bookmaking point of view, I think we've lost, I was looking at the figures, we've lost on 8 of the last 10 runnings of this race, not because we've done anything outrageously stupid in terms of pricing or enhanced terms. The best backed horses have tended to dominate. So it's a fascinating market. I think there's 42 in the race at the moment. And you work on the basis that Haiti Colour If he runs, he's got 11-13. I think he's intended to run, or they'd like to. If he doesn't run, then you've got Mr. Vango on 11-11, and I think Connections would like to go there. So that would, if those two run, you're looking at a horse like Jubilee Express. He's still currently there at 9 stone 13, so he'd be there on 10 stone on the day. And he's trained by Sam Thomas. He won Chepstow last summer. He's a worthy favourite as we speak. And the betting public do like these Sam Thomas horses. He's a real Saturday target trainer. And I say he's on course to be favourite. Mr. Vango, of course, he'll be popular in the market as well, but he wants heavy ground. We do associate Chepstow with heavy ground, don't we, at Christmas? But he'll have his backers. The one that we've deemed money for today is Jeepmaker of Jamie Snowden, who is a course winner. He ran perfectly well last time out. There's been money around for him, around about 12-1 into 8-1. But, I'd be looking at the horses at the bottom of the handicap. And I think Jubilee Express, it certainly fits the bill for me. The horse that was second to him that day was Collector's Item of John Joe. That was 25-1 a couple of days ago. He's now 16-1. And John Joe's yard, they haven't got going just yet. But he ran a race that looked like a Welsh national trial, and he ran with credit in that. So I'm going to honour that Chepstow form. Jubilee Express beating Collector's Item. I think they're my two for the big one in a couple of weeks' time.
Very good. By the sound of it, probably chance 80 lower, forgiven the last day. And it's just a class horse in the handicap. Pat, I asked the lads last weekend, we had a question in, what does Christmas Day look like for them? So, what's Christmas Day like in the Cooney household? Are you hosting, are you cooking, or are you being wined and dined elsewhere?
No, I oversee the cooking. Put it that way. My wife is very much. What are you doing in here? You come back in. I'll let you know when it's ready. But I like to tell myself I'm the head of tasting. So I'll go around. I'll make sure the potatoes are in good order, and and so forth. But
Yeah.
I certainly might be winning the Chef of the Month award anyway.
You've your minions in the office. We discovered last week. You're sitting at home getting served on, and you're getting to go racing ever again. When I come back, I want to be Pat Cooney anyway. That's my life. Pat, happy Christmas to you and yours, and thanks for everything. Thanks for sponsoring the show, and we hope you have a great Christmas.
Yeah, and I'm getting great feedback as well from people at the racetrack. Had it at Donny on Saturday as well. So it's definitely a show that's getting a good viewing figures.
Great stuff. We're going to crack on with the quiz now.
Thank you, Pat Cooney, and we will chat to you in January after you count your millions of winnings over the Christmas period. But now it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. It's the Christmas quiz. A brief apology now for the picture quality here with me because we've had some technical glitches, but we're going to launch into the quiz here. What it is, 25 questions, and there's 40 points available. So some questions will have more than 1 point. It'll be obvious as we go along. Lads, I'm going to say to you, you can give 2 shouts each if you want a clue, right? Because it's probably some easy, some medium, some hard. So if it's too hard, just give us a clue there. That's how we crack on. So are you ready to go? Have you pens and paper to hand, lads?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. So question 1: Ruby Walsh retired after winning the Punchestown Gold Cup on which horse? So I think it was 2019 he retired. What horse did he ride to win the Punchestown Gold Cup? Question 2: Since Richard Johnson last claimed the UK Championship, there have been 4 champion jockeys, a point for each. So the UK Jumps Championship, point for each. I'll give you a minute to think about that one. I'll sing a little Christmas song.
It'll be lonely this Christmas without you to phone.
Hey, Tony, did you ever think of It'll Be Tony this Christmas? Did you ever sing that in the shower? It'll be Tony this Christmas.
Well, no, but I will be now, obviously, after that.
Yeah.
God help us.
Do you want to be
But
walking around, baiting the towel off yourself?
David Jennings,
Okay.
he'll be singing that now, and he's looking for up the Ante host now.
It'll be Tony next Christmas, yeah. Yeah. Even money, Tony Keenan for the next up in the anti-host. Question 3. Who holds the Irish record for most consecutive Irish championships with 9 consecutive wins? So that's Jumps Jockeys Championships. Question 3. Who holds the Irish record for most consecutive Jumps Championships? 9 consecutive wins. Okay, that's a quick one. Question 4. Who won the 2025 champion hurdle? So who's the reigning champion hurdler? Am I going too fast, lads, or is this okay?
No, it's good.
that's all right. That's all right.
Okay. Question 5. Who came second in that champion hurdle? We should give a little nod here to our friends at the final furlong. I know that we do that in the other section, but anyway, they gave us they were the initial Christmas quiz people. I always really enjoyed it. Question 5. Who came second in the champion hurdle? Question 6. Name the winners of the English, Scottish, Welsh, and Irish nationals in 2025. Oh, well, the Welsh, of course, would have been 2024. So the current English, Scottish, Welsh, Irish nationals, who are the reigning champions for those. And there's a point for each.
Oh,
How are we feeling? We're like, we'll
need another-
I give you
need to
another minute to think about that one?
I think I've got
I'll
two
do-
of them here, but the one I'm missing is the Irish, which is fairly pathetic, isn't it?
I backed the
Yeah.
second in the Welsh national. I can't remember who did me in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I didn't do is write down the answers, so I can't remember the name of the Welsh one. Something. Anyway, I'll think of that. I'll be close enough.
Hint
I'll take
for
another
the Irish
Christmas
one there
song.
as well. My brain is empty from the two of them.
You want a hint for the Irish one? Okay, it's a UK trained horse. Won at the Cheltenham
stop.
Festival.
Sure, of course. Dear
Ah,
God. Thank
yeah,
you.
of course, yeah. Thanks,
Okay,
Stephen. All right.
you've used up one of your 2 hints there.
Yeah, so
Tony, you still have 2 to go. Question 7. Sire de Burley was the shock winner of the 2023 Stayers Hurdle, but who rode him? So Sire de Burley won the 2023 Stayers Hurdle. Who was the jockey? That's question 7. Question 8. Which horse picked up the pieces to win on both occasions when the great Isterbrack fell? So Isterbrack fell twice, I think, in his career, and the same horse won both times he fell. I think one of the races Isterbrack had it won, and one of them he was in trouble, if I remember correctly. All right, crack on.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Question 9. 4 UK horses have won the Supreme in the last 10 years. A point for each. So that's 4 UK horses have won the Supreme in the last 10 years. Name them and a point for each. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime and jingle bell
Oh,
shine.
God.
Give me the nod and I'll crack on there after you're done thinking of it.
Don't know. I've gone too far back
Okay.
here, but yeah, go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Name question 10 we're on. Name Paul Townend's first Cheltenham winner.
Oh God, I know the trainer even.
Don't forget, yeah, you still have Tony. You could use up a clue here or
Rebecca-
there now
Re-
because it's
Rebecca Cortis trained it, no?
No.
No.
It was actually Arthur Moore who trained it.
Oh, very generous of you there, Dermo.
Yeah, I know the horse
Very-
now. That's all right.
Very generous.
Chris
I can't
Jones
remember
owned it, did he?
Yeah,
way
that's
back,
right.
yeah.
Fred
yeah,
Winter.
yeah.
Fred Winter, and I
We
can't.
probably need a few cues there. It's not that easy, to be fair.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's-
question 11. Name the
Oh.
last. Okay, we okay?
Yeah,
Name
I
the
was just
last
annoyed.
2.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Name the last 2 UK winners of the Triumph Hurdle. So the last 2 UK winners of the Triumph Hurdle. Who were they?
Jesus Christ, I'm terrible at these.
I would because you were saying earlier that Tony was hot favourite, and I was like, "There's a lot of English racing stuff in here."
a lot of English stuff here. Having the hope, yeah.
Yeah,
I know, but
Yeah,
I did a lot of alcohol at the weekend. My brain is like mush.
in fairness, it's not easy now when you're on the spot like this. It'd be easy in the car driving up for Christmas or whatever, listening to this and coming up to it. But when you're on the spot, it's not easy.
Give us a clue or two on that one, Stephen. Will you, number 11?
I'll give you a specific clue, Tony, in that one of them I backed and I was with you in Monaghan watching the race. Do you remember that one? Trained by Nicky Henderson, right? So that's the most recent one, and the one before that was in the green and gold. How about that? There's 2. So the last 2 UK winners of the Triumph Hurdle, the most recent of them, and I'll give you
Okay.
album photo won the Gold Cup on the same day. And the other one,
I know.
was in the green and gold, UK trained.
Yeah, I know what date. Well, I remember the day. I don't remember the horse, unfortunately. Here, anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I'll keep giving clues here because this quiz probably is a bit hard. The first one in the green and gold, I think Size and John won the Gold Cup that day. Okay, question 13. Dodging Bullets was beaten into fourth in the 2012 Triumph Hurdle by what northern UK trained 33 to 1 shot? I realise I've written that question now without even checking where the trainer's from, but I'm pretty sure he's northern UK based.
Say that again, sorry.
So it's basically who won the 2012 Triumph. But we're linking into the. Oh, sorry, I missed question 12. Did I? I missed question 12. Apologies.
You did. Yeah.
I did. Okay, so, sorry, that's why I was confused. Question 12. Which flat jockey bred Queen Mother Champion Chase winner Dodging Bullets? So which flat jockey bred Dodging Bullets? Kind of famous. You either know it or you don't. I'd say there now.
Yeah.
And then question 13. Sorry, Dodging Bullets was beaten into fourth in the 2012 Triumph. Who trained the winner? So by what northern UK train? No, sorry, I'm making a mess of that.
With the name of the horse or the trainer?
Name of the horse.
Damn it, I know the trainer.
Name of the
Oh,
horse.
I do know. Thank you, God. Yeah, go on, yeah.
Dodging Bullets beaten into fourth in the 2012 Triumph Hurdle by what northern UK trained 33 to 1 shot? I could have written that question better for myself there. Question 14. Name the jockey who won the Champion Hurdle on Rock and Ruby. Which jockey won the Champion Hurdle on Rock and Ruby? Question 15. This is a good question now. Name the only novice winner of the King George this century.
Oh,
Give you a second to think about that one now. The only novice winner of the King George this century.
oh yeah.
Question 16. Paul Nicholls has won 12 King Georges. Name his first. Actually, I had it in my head he won it as a jockey, but he didn't. I think he won the Hennessy as a jockey, all right. So he's won 12 King Georges. Name his first winner in the 90s. Question 17. The Lexus Chase in 2004, the real famous finish, Paul Carberry gloated crossing the line. Name the two horses involved in the finish. So the Lexus Chase, Christmas 2004, Paul Carberry famously gloated crossing the line. Name the two horses involved in the finish, first and second. Will I move on?
No.
That was question 17. Question 18. Who trained Buena Vista, dual winner of the Pertamps? Okay, you'll either know that one or you won't, so I'll move on. Question 19. Lord Windermere was involved in a controversial finish when winning the 2014 Gold Cup. Which horses finished second and third? A point for each. Should I give clues there? There was a UK horse and an Irish horse anyway.
Yeah, I
there.
have one of them anyway. I have the Irish horse, yeah.
Yeah.
Back it.
Yeah.
I can give a clue for the horse and third there if you want, Strack. Or Cass.
Yeah. It's up to you what clues you give Tony.
Yeah, do.
He's a
Clue away, says Tony.
couldn't be more locally trained to Cheltenham. That's actually a useless tip for you, I'd say. But couldn't be more locally trained.
Tristan Davis then, is it?
No. Is it Honeyball was the trainer?
Bridgewater was the trainer.
Bridgewater. Yeah. I always mix them up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know the colours. Can I think of the name of the horse?
Yeah.
Of course I can't. Yeah.
Colours are like the
red and white checks or that, is it? Yeah.
Oh,
is that him?
always ran really well.
No, the white with the blue epaulets. They're kind of like What a Friend colours. They're like those colours. Oh, maybe no, you're right. The red and white checks. Yeah, you're right.
And there's black on it.
Anyway.
Black, red, and white. I think I'm fairly sure if I have it right in my head. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Question
I think I have
19.
him, actually. Yeah. I think I know the name.
Yeah. Okay. So that's question 19. Question 20. What is the tallest fence on the Grand National course? Coin flip there, isn't it really? What's the tallest fence on the Grand National course? That's question 20.
When's the flat round starting?
Yeah. Jesse Harrington flat race and Andy Slattery round is coming up for question 26. You're 100 to 1 in the run here, and you're about to go 1-on-1
on the members show. On the members podcast will be the flat quiz.
Yeah.
This is a good question. 21. Which horse is Willie Mullen's highest time form rated runner of all time? So question 21. Which horse is WPM's highest time form rated of all time? Question 22. I'll have to read this question now to make sense of it. In the 2020 renewal of the Mayor's Hurdle, Honeysuckle beat Benny Didier. Now, in the same race, Robbie Power's ride brought the ire of Willie Mullins. What horse was Robbie Power riding?
Oh. I can even remember when he let Rachel Blackmore up the inside.
You're spot on. That's the one. So, and Willie lost his mind that he let.
I don't think he rode for him again
Honeysuckle up
after.
I think you're right. Yeah.
He was riding a lot of Rich Ritchie's horses around then as well. Robbie Power was, yeah.
Okay, so which horse brought the ire of Willie Mullins? God, it's hard when I'm reading these out, lads. I apologise to all listeners and the two lads
tough.
here.
That's tough. Yeah.
Well, I think I think the whole quiz is quite tough. But anyway, look, if you're getting 25 out of the 40, you're doing very well. So, question 23: Tony McCoy won one Irish Grand National. Name the horse. Okay. You probably either know that one or you don't. I think I'm not even sure. I think John Joe trained it. That's my clue, without actually knowing if that's correct. Question 24. Having been beaten in a Christmas handicap chase off 124, what horse went on to win a Galway Plate in 2013 and 2 Irish Gold Cups? Guess who backed him off 124 that day?
Oh, I know the horse. Waterford horse.
A Dungarvan horse, Dermo, to be more specific.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's right.
I forgot that Dungarvan's not Waterford. It's his own entity in life.
Dungarvan, centre of the universe. And Waterford's just, close to the centre of the universe.
Mark Walsh gave it an absolutely beauty the second time as well, didn't he?
Gee, I don't know how many times Mark Walsh. He did ride it all right. The second Irish Gold Cup, all right, I'd say. So that's question 24. Question 25. This is the last question. Name the winners of the English... Oh, geez, did I ask this already?
English, Scottish and Irish National, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, flip a rip. So I'm actually a question short.
24 questions is all good. It's fine.
No. We need around 40. Name which tracks the English, Scottish, Welsh, and Irish nationals take place at. How about that? We'll do that for question 25. So, which tracks did the English, Scottish, Welsh, and Irish nationals take place at? So at least we'll have 40 points.
Can I ask for a clue or a clue? I don't think I asked for a clue here.
Do.
Right? Number 9. The
4
British
UK horses won the Supreme.
Yeah. Give me a clue that isn't the most obvious recent one. Go back there a year or two and give me a life, will you?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who, because one of them was trained by Tom George.
Oh, yeah. That's yes, all right.
Yes, that's a great.
And I'm relying on you now because I can only think of 3 of them. I wrote down the questions to send to Frank. I deleted all the answers. I was like, I'll remember the answers. So I sent Frank the quiz as a kind of a test, and now I can't remember. So I'm hoping you come up with the other ones as you're answering them, or else we'll have to be Googling. But is that fair enough as a clue, Tony? Do you want another one?
No, that's grand. And
okay,
I think I have one more clue, or maybe Jim,
you've got a clue.
Give me a clue on Robbie. Yeah, Robbie Power's horse that didn't get out of the way or got in the way.
Okay, in the Sullivan colours, and was subsequently trained by Paul Nichols and went back to Willie Mullins again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, Tony got about 6 clues there, and Dermo, you only got 2. Well, I suppose you got his clues as well. But
it's fine.
Dermo, you're definitely
listeners are going to find out here.
One more.
I'm one of the least competitive people alive. Like I have no problem helping out someone else with the quiz and stuff. It just doesn't. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay,
all my brothers are cat competitive, and I've not a bit of it in me for some reason. Yeah, I want to see Tony happy, Cass. That's all. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to make me happy with some of these answers. But anyway, that's good quiz. Yeah, fair play.
I did my best, lads. I'm under. I was doing that now after a long day making hampers.
No, it's very good.
Very good.
There's hampers on the bingo sheet. There came up. Okay, I'm going to ask you in turn for the answers, right? So you can shout them out to me as we go, and you can correct your own. And let me know, lads. The honour system applies. Cause the second one's UK jockeys. I'll start with you, Tony, with the Irish racing question. So Ruby Walsh. Question 1 was Ruby Walsh retired after winning the Punchestown Gold Cup on which horse?
I thought it was Camboy.
Yeah,
correct.
Same. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Camboy, correct. Okay, Dermo, have a go at naming the 4 champion jockeys since Richard Johnson.
So I said Hughes,
Yeah.
Brian Hughes, Sean
Yes.
Bowen,
Yes.
Harry
Current.
Skelton,
Yes.
and sorry, yeah, that was a three I got. And then I threw down Cobden, but I don't think Cobden got. I think Bowen beat Cobden.
No. 4 out of 4, Dermo. 4 out
Yeah.
of 4. Come here. Will you tally up your scores as you're going? Tony, how did you do
Yeah.
on the UK jockey one?
I actually got that right, would you believe? I got
Well
4
done.
there as well. I didn't. I was a
You get
million to
it?
get that now, but yeah, Skelton was the one I was struggling with, but I got him in the end.
That's
anyway,
the one
yeah.
I would have struggled with as well. Half
Yeah.
the skill of quizzing is being good at guessing.
Bit of a
So
guess,
question 3, Tony, who holds the record? This will catch you out as 1 or 2, isn't it? The most consecutive Irish championships. Who'd you go for?
Charlie Swan.
Same.
Correct.
Same.
Yeah,
That's what I went for. I'm the boys.
we're flying it here, lads. If you've got we've got 6 points out of 6. Who won the 2025 champion hurdle? I know you'll both know that. So Golden Ace. I threw in an easy one there. Now, Tony, who came second?
Me and Lyon?
No, Dermo.
I said Burdett Row, but I don't think Burdett Row did.
Burdett Road is correct. Oh my God! Is that,
well done, Chairman.
This is starting to get suspicious now, I must say. How many points are we up, Dermo? You're on full marks. Have we got? Do you know how many we've tallied?
Was there not a question 4? Do I
Question 4 was who won the 2025
Golden
champion
Ace.
hurdle? Golden. I've given you that one. I knew you knew that one. Golden Ace. I said that. So Golden Ace, you got that right, and you had Burdett Road in second. So you've got 1, 2, 3 plus 4, 7. You got 8 points out of 8 so far. Very well done. After 10, I'm going to ask you for an update on your points, lads. After question 10. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Tony, name the winners of the English, Scottish, Welsh, and Irish nationals. A point for each.
Nick Rocket, Haiti Callure, Clark Kent.
No.
Captain
okay,
Cody.
For which?
Captain Cody for Scotland. No. Okay, it's Captain Cody.
Captain
Sorry,
Cody won the
remember that.
Scottish, didn't he?
And I don't have anything for the Welsh. Haven't a clue.
The Welsh, I want to say, was Val Dancer. Was it? Dermot, did you get that one?
No, it beat my one, which I Jubilee Express in second.
This is where I was saying the problem that I didn't write down the answers. Dermot, did you get Captain Cody? I thought it was Cool Cody.
Oh, it might have been Cool Cody.
No, it is Captain Cody. It is Captain Cody, yeah.
It's Captain Cody,
Yeah.
is it? Okay. Welsh National. This is terrible. I don't have the answers to hand. This is incredibly
Cobden
unprofessional.
Road, Captain Cody, didn't he?
Hopefully Bet365 won't be Welsh National current champion, current winner. Let's see. We'll search that there quickly. And we'll crack on then. Val Dancer, I want to say, is in my head anyway. Come on, Gemini. Yeah, Val Dancer. Okay, so that's that one. So you got 3 out of 4 there, Dermo, was it?
Yeah.
Tony, sorry. No, we're on to question 7. Sorry to burn is shock winner, Dermo, of the 2023 Stairs Hurdle. Who rode him?
Mark Walsh.
Correct. I probably would have gone for Jody McGarvey or something
Yeah,
there. Something odd. Or, yeah. Did you get that one, Tony?
I did, yeah.
And Tony, which horse picked up the pieces to win on both occasions when the great Isterbrack fell?
Moscow Flare?
Correct. Yeah, well done. Dermo, 4 UK horses won the Supreme the last 10 years.
Sorry, just one thing. I said Brave Inca there, so I'm wrong there anyway. Yeah, grand, go on.
Oh, okay. Well, keep a tally of your score now. I'll come back to you after 10. 4 UK horses, Dermo, won the Supreme in the last 10 years. Name them and a point for each.
I said Constitution Hill, Shishkin, Somerville Boy, and then I threw a dart at Peddler's Cross, but I think I've gone back too far.
He didn't win a Supreme anyway. He won an Epsom.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't have Shishkin. Constitution Hill, Somerville. Was Altior in that time frame?
Altior was one,
He beat Min. Yes,
what a fantastic horse Altior was. But yeah. So they're the 4. So the 4 were Somerville Boy, Altior, Constitution Hill, and what was the other one? Shishkin. Yeah, so they're the 4.
Shishkin,
right. So question 10. Tony, name Paul Townend's first Cheltenham winner.
What a charm.
Correct, Arthur Moore. After many a clue. You didn't get it, Dermo, no?
No, I had all the other. I told Tony the trainer, so I didn't know
Yes.
I couldn't get the name of the horse.
I think I might have went 33 to 1 or something. Have you tally of your scores going, lads? Let us know what you're on there.
Yeah, I have 15.
I'm on 14.
Okay.
The question 11, name the last 2 UK winners of the Triumph Hurdle. I'll go to you for that one, Dermo.
I was way off here. So I went, it's definitely way too long ago, but I said Peace and Co.
Oh, God, you're going way too far back.
Way
Yeah,
too
yeah,
far
you're
back,
right.
yeah. And then the other
Yeah.
one, I didn't. I just completely drew a blank on this one.
Yeah, I've disgraced myself here. I've done something I tell my students never to do and left it blank. I just completely brain freeze on this.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
Completely
hold
empty.
on now,
Yeah.
because we were talking about it as we were going. I thought you'd get the Nicky Henderson one. Right? Pentland Hills, Tony, was the one when we were having the few pints
yeah.
in Monaghan. And the
Yeah,
other one was Deafy de Soy. I thought you'd get that with the green and gold clue.
No,
Yeah,
don't. Jeez,
yeah.
it'll be a long time trying to come up with them. Yeah.
Yeah, looking on an easy question. Which flat jockey, Dermo, bred, Queen Mother winner, champ, Dodging Bullets?
Frankie Dettori.
Correct. And Dodging Bullets was beaten in the 2012 Triumph Hurdle by what North UK train 33 to 1 shot. And Tony Keenan, you're a 33 to 1 shot to get this right, I'd say, based on the Triumph
No,
Hurdle.
I'd say he'll know this one. Go on.
I have a countrywide
Go on.
flame.
Yes, well done, well
Hey.
done. And Charlie, he gave the champion hurdle a rattle the following year as well. He was miles clear, wasn't he, when Hurricane Fly won it? Question 40. Oh, not her. Yeah, would it have been Hurricane Fly 2013? He's still going that. Maybe it's 14. Dermo, question 14. Name the jockey who won the champion hurdle on Rock on Ruby.
Noel Feely.
Correct. Tony, name the only novice winner of the King George this century.
Yeah, I do. I guess
No answer.
first gold, but I presume that's wrong, is it?
Thistlecrack.
Thistlecrack, Dermo. Well done.
Oh, very good.
that's
Well
right.
done. Yeah.
And,
well
and
done.
he was a he was not long odds on, but he was a short price favourite for the Gold Cup, and then he went to Cheltenham for the old pillar chase, and I think Manny Clouds beat him that day. So and then he didn't even run in the Gold Cup. Yeah. Paul Nichols, Dermo has won 12 King Georges. Name his first.
I said Cato, but I did not know here. Really did not.
Okay, Tony.
Seymour Business.
Correct. Well done. 1997 Seymour Business. Question 17. Lexus Chase 2004. Paul Carberry gloating. Who were the 2 horses, Tony?
Beef for Salmon and Best Mate.
Correct. Did you get them 2, Dermo? Yeah.
No.
Who trained Buena Vista, Dermo? You'll definitely get that.
I said Paul Nolan.
Oh no, UK trained. Tony, did you get it?
Pipe.
Yes, correct. David Pipe. Question 19. So Tony, while we were talking to you about this already. Did you get the second horse? So you had the Irish one.
Yeah. No, I backed on his own that day. A giant Boatster's the other lad, is he?
And the giant Boatster,
yeah.
Yeah. I'd say you got the 2 of them, Dermo.
I did.
Dermo, tallest fence on the Grand National course.
I said Fine Avon.
Oh God, no, that's the smallest one, I think. Tony,
the chair.
The chair. Yeah,
I got
the
it.
chair.
Complete fluke. That's
I went the wrong way around.
Guessing, yeah.
I had them the wrong way around in my head. I had the chair as the smallest and the Fine Avon as the biggest in my head there. I'd flipped them, but go on, sorry.
We'll give you a chance to redeem yourself here, Dermo. Which horse is WPM's highest time form rated? It's between 2, really, isn't it?
I went with a freakish performance, so I said Vatour.
Okay, yeah, I think he's only a pound or 2 off. Maybe 2 pounds off the
I was
highest.
thinking that
but
Ryanair was
the highest.
freakish. Yeah, okay.
Tony?
Yeah, I was tossing between Gallopin and Allaho. Went with Gallopin.
Gallopin is second, and the highest is Duvan, 182. Duvan.
Disgrace. Disgrace. That's wrong.
That's a smelly
put the figures
well,
in
the whole
bin.
time form organisation, lads, you've been written off there by the 2 boys, and rightly so, I would say.
Yeah.
It's like the lads vote for Gallopin as a better horse at the Cheltenham preview, a better horse than Cato. You're like, way out of it. Question 22. So this was the Robbie Power. Willie Mullins losing the rag at Robbie Power. Who was he riding? I'd say you got there in the end, Tony, when you got the clues.
I did, yeah. Stormy Ireland.
Yeah, correct. Dermot 23. Tony McCoy won 1 Irish Crown National. Name the horse.
I said don't push it, but that was the UK one. I just couldn't get there. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Tony, did you get that one?
I think this might be Garrity, but was it Butler's Cabin?
It was Butler's Cabin.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Was it Butler's? Jeez, Google that there, lads, really, because I think
I'm not sure that is. I think it may be Garrett.
In my head now, but was there something that sounded really like it? That was McCoy's right. Looked as close enough anyway. No one's listening at this stage. Question 24. Having been beaten in a Christmas handicap chase, Dermo, who went on to win off 124, who went on to win a Galway Plate and 2 Irish Gold Cups.
I know I was trained by John Kiley. I can even remember the races themselves, and I cannot for the life of me get the name out of my it's a C, I think. Is it like can't?
Yeah, it was.
It's a body of water. Yeah.
Carlingford Loch.
Yes, Carlingford Loch. I'm giving it to you. We'll give it to you, Dermot. We'll give you that.
No, you can't give me that.
I think you were due another clue. Did you get it, Tony?
Yeah, but I did give Carlingford Loch. Yeah, luckily enough you said it, because I'd actually put Road to Riches in, because I think he won a couple of those as soon as you said the green and gold or that. Butler's captain was Mackay. Yeah, it was Mackay. Yeah.
Okay, Butler's captain. So lads, start totting up your scores there. I'm going to give you the 4 for the last one. I know you'll know that, and I will read out the answer for that while you're totting up, right? So the 4 courses where the Nationals take place: Aintree, Chepstow, Fairyhouse, and what's the other national? Scottish Ayr. So that's the answer there. So there's 40 available points. I'd say if you got over 20, you're a fairly mainstay racing fan. If you got over 10, I'd say you're a racing fan. If you got over 20, you're good, and if you got over 25, probably doing really good. I would guess, lads, you got in or around the late 20s. Did you? The 30 mark, maybe?
Okay, I got 30.
So big announcement. Go on, Tony.
30.
30.
I got 29.
Good score. Oh.
Okay. Oh, that was close. Right.
Well, we have to say it was a fair quiz for the two of you.
Yeah, very fair.
Was.
Now, Mr. Quizmaster, when I've got the Irish national in front of me, we're going to get our own back here.
Go on. The Irish national wouldn't be my...
Right. A local trainer won the Irish Grand National in back-to-back years with kind of outsiders in 21 and 2022. Can you name the 2 horses?
Oh, was Dermot McLaughlin the trainer?
Indeed it was, yeah.
The 2 horses, Liberty Council?
No, that was Tom Gibney.
Oh, God. That was Doc Love. That was Doc Love, actually.
Doc Love was. Sorry. Who was the Gibney horse?
Raz de Marie was the one, or was he?
Leon the Barney.
Yes.
Leon the Barney. Hold on, I know the other one. Freewheel and Dylan.
Freewheel and Dylan was one. Can you get the other one, Stephen? Following year.
Oh, I thought you said... God.
Freewheel and Dylan was the COVID year, and Lord Lariat was the following year.
Lord Lariat.
Ricky Doyle.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Tony, you can get your own back on me next year. You can do the quiz if you like.
I don't think so. I'll go with that.
Cass, fair play. That was a good quiz. That was very good.
Enjoyable.
Okay, good.
Top class.
Well, I hope you play. Lads, listen, we want you all to put your scores in the comments on YouTube or on X, whatever you want. Would love to hear how people got on, because I'm sure someone will have beaten you and they'll love to gloat about it. But yeah, Dermot, do you want to say a year-end wrap-up there? Do you want to say thanks to everyone?
Year-end wrap-up, Judd. A big thanks to all you lads, all the guys on the Tipping Podcast. It's just been a great year. Really, really strong finish to a really powerful year. Thanks again to Tony and Cass, and big thanks to Pat Cooney, Bet365, and everyone there at Gambling.com, Cameron and Pierce as well, our producers. As you're all brilliant, and we really appreciate all of you, and especially, last but not least, all of our listeners. You're all great people, and we want to see more of you next year, and hopefully we can start tipping a few more winners. And meant to say as well, Django Boy wins the King George, Cass. I'm on him at bigger prices, so that's my one Christmas wish. What's your one Christmas wish this year, Cass, apart from never to see a hamper again?
My one Christmas wish, geez, you're putting me on the spot there now. Well, it's a big change here now, being down in Dungarvan. So my one Christmas wish would be to get out for 6 pints on Stephen's Day in Queen's.
Lovely.
Beautiful. That'd be nice. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Tony, happy Christmas. Diarmuid, happy Christmas. Listeners, happy Christmas. Bet365, even happy Christmas. So long, everyone. We'll see you in 2026.
Relentless, remorseless, and pounding Cordan Star into submission.